Picture yourself drifting through the cosmos, where every star hides a secret and every shadow hums with mystery. In this journey we'll unravel 50 tales, from the whisper of the Big Bang to the silence of the universe's end, each a thread in the vast tapestry of existence. Stay with us through the night, and let these cosmic wonders carry you to the edge of everything. Number 1. The Cosmic Whisper, How It All Began. Imagine a silence so deep it hums, a stillness so vast it feels alive. Long before stars twinkled or planets spun, there was nothing, or so we think. But even in that nothing, something stirred. A whisper, faint and fleeting, rippled through the void. This is the story of how everything you know, everything you are, began with a sound too quiet to hear, yet loud enough to birth a universe. Picture a moment when time didn't exist, when space was just a dream waiting to unfold. Scientists call it the Big Bang, but let's linger on what came just before. A single point, smaller than a grain of sand, holding all the potential of infinity. It wasn't loud or chaotic, not yet. It was a hush, a held breath, a secret about to spill. Then, in an instant too quick to grasp, that whisper became a roar. Energy surged, matter flickered into being, and the cosmos stretched its arms wide, painting the darkness with light. What's mesmerizing is how fragile it all seems. That first spark wasn't a firework, it was a sigh, a tremble, a nudge from nothing into something. From that tiny seed, galaxies would swirl, stars would blaze, and eventually you'd sit here listening to this tale. The universe didn't rush, it unfolded slowly, like a flower blooming in the dark. Heat and pressure danced together, crafting the building blocks of reality, atoms, protons, quarks, all born from that initial murmur. Take a moment to let that sink in. Every mountain you've climbed, every breath you've taken, traces back to that whisper. It's a thought that feels both enormous and gentle, like a lullaby sung by the cosmos itself. But here's where it gets strange. We don't know why it happened. Was it chance? A law we can't yet read? Or something deeper, a purpose woven into the fabric of existence? The whisper doesn't tell us, it just echoes, leaving us to wonder. As the universe cooled, its first notes softened. Light stretched into waves, and the hum of creation faded into a faint glow we can still detect today, a cosmic background hum like the memory of that first breath. It's a reminder that beginnings aren't always loud. Sometimes they're quiet, mysterious, slipping into being while no one's watching. And maybe that's the beauty of it. A universe born not with a shout, but with a whisper, inviting us to listen closely as we drift into the night. So lie back, let your mind wander through that endless dark. Picture that tiny point, feel the stillness before the sound. It's a story that's yours too, a thread connecting you to the stars. Let that thought settle over you like a blanket, soft and vast, as the whisper carries you gently towards sleep. Number 2. The Infinite Void. What is nothingness? Close your eyes and picture nothing. Not darkness, not emptiness, but a vast, endless absence. A void so complete it defies the mind's grasp. It's a strange thought, isn't it? We live in a world of somethings, stars, air, the soft hum of life. But what if we peel it all away? What's left when everything is gone? This is the tale of the infinite void, a quiet riddle that stretches beyond the edges of imagination, whispering secrets of what nothingness might truly mean. Long before the universe blinked into existence, there was no space, no time, no light to chase away the shadows. Scientists wrestle with this idea, calling it a vacuum or a state of pure potential, but it's more than a blank page. It's a mystery that feels alive. Imagine standing at the edge of a cliff, looking out into a sea that isn't there, a silence so deep it presses against your ears. That's the void, not just empty but brimming with questions. If nothing is truly nothing, why did something emerge from it? Here's where it gets curious. Even in the emptiest corners of space, there's a flicker, tiny particles popping in and out of existence, like ghosts playing hide and seek. Quantum whispers tell us that nothingness isn't still, it's restless, buzzing with energy we can't see. It's as if the void is a canvas, waiting for a brushstroke, a stage holding its breath before the curtain rises. And when the Big Bang sang its first note, that void didn't vanish. It stretched, becoming the vastness between stars, the gaps we sail through in our dreams. Take a moment to let that settle. The infinite void isn't just out there, it's in you too. The spaces between your thoughts, the pause before you drift off, echo that same quiet expanse. But here's the twist. Can we ever know true nothingness? Our minds fight to fill it, painting pictures even when we try to erase them. Maybe the void isn't empty at all. Maybe it's a mirror reflecting what we can't yet understand. As you lie there, let the idea wrap around you like a soft fog. Picture the universe dissolving, stars fading one by one, until all that's left is that infinite hush. It's not frightening, it's peaceful, a cradle of possibility rocking gently in the dark. The void doesn't demand answers, it invites you to float within it, weightless and free. What is nothingness? Perhaps it's the quiet beneath everything, a stillness so profound it holds the seeds of all that is. Let that thought drift with you now, a soothing current pulling you deeper into the night. Number 3. The time mirage. Does the past still exist? Imagine standing in a desert, the horizon shimmering with a vision of water that isn't there, a mirage teasing your senses. Now turn that inward to the flow of time itself. The moments you've lived, the laughter of a forgotten day, the echo of a song, seem to slip away behind you, lost to the sands. But what if they're not gone? What if the past is still out there, shimmering just beyond reach, like a mirage woven into the fabric of the cosmos? This is the tale of time's quiet illusion, a gentle puzzle that lingers as you drift towards sleep. We think of time as a river rushing forward, carrying yesterday out of sight. But science whispers something stranger. Picture a reel of film, each frame a snapshot, your first step, a star's birth, the fall of an ancient tree, all stacked together, not erased but held in place. Einstein's voice echoes here, telling us time isn't a line but a landscape, vast and still. The past, the present, the future, they're not separate, they're layers folded into a single, endless now. That birthday you remember, the breeze on your face, it might still exist, frozen in its own quiet corner of the universe. Here's the soft twist. When you gaze at the stars, you're already peering into time's mirage. Light takes years, centuries to reach us, so the twinkle you see is a memory, a ghost of what was. The star might be dust now, but its past shines on, held in the sky like a story never finished. Could our own moments linger the same way, caught in some unseen weave? Some say the universe is a block, a sculpture where every second stands eternal, your voice, your dreams, preserved in a stillness we can't touch. Let that sink into your mind for a while. The idea that the past isn't lost, but waiting, feels like a warm hand reaching through the dark. It's not heavy, it's a soft wonder, a thought to cradle as your breath slows. What if every goodbye you've whispered still hums somewhere, unbroken? What if time's arrow is just our way of seeing, and beyond it, everything remains? The mirage doesn't answer, it shimmers, inviting you to ponder without rush. So rest now, let your thoughts wander across that timeless plain. Picture a moment you loved, a quiet afternoon, a fleeting glance, and imagine it glowing, safe in its own frame. The past might not be as far as it seems, a gentle companion watching over you. As the night deepens, let the mirage of time carry you, a soothing tide blurring the edges of then and now, until you slip peacefully into dreams. Number 4. The light that lies. Why we can't trust our eyes. Picture yourself beneath a twilight sky, the first stars winking into view. You trust your eyes to show you the truth, the glow of a distant world, the curve of the horizon. But what if that trust is a quiet trick, a gentle deception woven into the very light that paints your days? This is the story of how light bends and dances, whispering half-truths to our senses, a soothing mystery to carry you into the stillness of night. Light seems honest, doesn't it? It spills across the universe, carrying the faces of stars, the colors of leaves, straight to your gaze. Yet it's a sly traveler. When you watch a sunset, the sun's already dipped below the edge, its image lingering like a memory held aloft by the air. The stars above? Some burned out long ago, their light a ghost reaching across eons to fool you into seeing life where there's only ash. It's not malice, just the way light plays, stretching and twisting through space and time, a storyteller with a penchant for illusion. Think of a straw in a glass of water, bent at the surface, or a mirage shimmering over hot sand. Light doesn't travel in straight lines when it wants to, it curves, refracts, scatters, painting pictures that aren't quite real. Even colors are its invention, a trick of waves your brain interprets as red or blue. The universe might be a kaleidoscope of energies, but light dresses it up, wrapping the raw truth in a veil we can't peel back. And in the vastness of space, where gravity warps its path, light can loop and linger, showing us echoes of things that never were. Take a moment to reflect on this. Your eyes, these windows you rely on, are partners in a quiet conspiracy with light itself. Every glance is a story, half dreamed, half seen, a version of reality, not the whole. It's a thought that feels both strange and comforting, like a lullaby with a hidden note. What do we miss in the shadows light refuses to touch? What truths slip past unseen in its gentle deceit? Now as you lie there, let your gaze soften. The world you see, the walls, the stars beyond, might be a canvas of lights making a tender lie spun just for you. It's not a betrayal but a gift, softening the edges of a universe too vast to hold. Let that idea drift with you, a whisper of wonder brushing against your thoughts. The light that lies doesn't steal trust. It invites you to dream, to rest in its glow, carrying you gently into the dark where truth and illusion blur into sleep. Number 5. The gravity puzzle. What holds us together? Imagine lying on a hillside, the earth solid beneath you, the stars a distant canopy overhead. You feel anchored, held in place by an invisible thread, a force so gentle yet so vast it cradles moons and spins galaxies. This is the story of gravity, a quiet enigma that ties us to the cosmos. A puzzle with no edges, tugging at your thoughts as you sink into the night. It starts with a simple wonder. Why don't we drift away? Long ago, an apple fell to Newton's feet, and he glimpsed a whisper of the answer, an unseen hand reaching from the ground to pull it down. But gravity's more than a rule of falling things. It's a sculptor shaping orbits and tides, a weaver stitching the fabric of space itself. Picture the sun, a glowing giant, bending the emptiness around it so planets follow like dancers in a slow, endless waltz. Even light, swift and free, bows to its pull, curving past stars as if caught in a dream. Yet here's the mystery, we don't truly know what gravity is. Einstein painted it as a ripple, a dent in the universe where mass sits heavy, warping time and space into a soft cradle. But beneath that, it's a shadow we can't grasp, a force or a feeling threading through everything from the dust under your feet to the farthest galaxy's edge. It holds the moon to us to the earth to the sun, in a chain so delicate it feels like love, yet so strong it binds the stars. Pause for a moment and let that settle. Every step you take, every breath, is a quiet pact with this unseen keeper. It's a thought that wraps around you like a blanket. Gravity doesn't just hold us down, it holds us together, a cosmic embrace stretching across the void. But what if it faltered? What if the puzzle shifted and the threads unraveled? The stars might wander, the earth might drift, yet for now, it hums steady, a lullaby beneath the noise. As you rest, feel that gentle pull, the weight of your body sinking into stillness. It's gravity's whisper telling you you're part of something vast, a piece of the puzzle cradled in its care. The questions linger, soft and unanswered. What weaves this force? Why does it reach so far? Let them float with you, not pressing, just drifting like leaves on a quiet stream. Gravity's mystery doesn't demand solving tonight. It invites you to marvel, to relax into its hold, carrying you smoothly into the dark of sleep. Number 6. The quantum leap. Are we waves or particles? Imagine a world so small it slips through your fingers, a realm where the rules you know dissolve into a soft, shimmering haze. You're sitting there, solid and still, but deep within you, a dance unfolds, tiny sparks of existence flickering between forms, unsure of their own shape. This is the story of the quantum leap, a gentle riddle from the heart of reality, humming a tune of wonder as you drift towards sleep. Picture a single speck of light, a photon, darting through the dark. Is it a particle, a dot you could catch, or a wave rippling like a whisper across a pond? Scientists once argued, peering through microscopes until they found it's both, and neither, depending on how you look. Shine it through a slit and it scatters like water, trap it and it lands like a stone. Down in the quantum haze where atoms hum and electrons spin, everything blurs. You're made of these specks, trillions of them, waltzing between states in a rhythm too faint to hear. It's a quiet strangeness, this leap. One moment, a particle sits still, the next, it's somewhere else. No path, no journey, just a sudden shift as if it dreamed itself across the gap. This isn't chaos, it's a secret order, a game of chance played on a stage smaller than a breath. The chair beneath you, the air you feel, they're not as solid as they seem, but a chorus of possibilities, vibrating between wave and speck, held together by rules we're still learning to sing. Take a moment to let that sink in. You're not just flesh and bone, you're a symphony of maybes, a melody of waves crashing into being. It's a thought that feels vast yet soft, like a breeze brushing your mind. What are we then? Are we ripples spreading through space or points pinned in place? The quantum world doesn't choose, it dances, leaving us to wonder as we watch the shadows shift. Now, as your eyes grow heavy, imagine those tiny leaps within you, a quiet ballet beneath the surface. The universe plays this game everywhere: stars, dust, the light in your room, all part of the same flickering tale. It's not a puzzle to solve tonight, but a story to cradle, a hum of mystery threading through your dreams. Let the question float: are we waves or particles? And feel it dissolve into the night, a gentle wave itself, carrying you deeper into rest. Number 7. The black hole enigma. Where does everything go? Imagine a place where the universe folds inward, a shadow so deep it swallows light itself. You're gazing at the night sky, stars scattered like crumbs, but somewhere out there lurks a mystery, a black hole, silent and vast, pulling everything toward a question with no answer. This is the tale of the enigma that haunts the cosmos, a quiet abyss that beckons your mind as you ease into the dark. It begins with a star, once bright and bold, collapsing under its own weight. When it can't burn anymore, it crumples, squeezing into a point so dense the rules of space and time unravel. Light bends, clocks slow, and anything that drifts too close, dust, gas, even dreams, slips past a line we call the event horizon. Beyond that, it's gone, not destroyed but vanished, as if the universe tucked it away in a pocket we can't peek into. Scientists ponder this void, calling it a singularity, a dot of infinite mystery where our understanding fades. What's mesmerizing is the pull. Gravity here isn't gentle. It's a tide, relentless and still, drawing in all that dares approach. Picture a spaceship sailing near, its metal groaning as space stretches like taffy, time stretching too until seconds feel like years. Then silence. Where does it go? Some say it's crushed to nothing. Others whisper it might spill into another realm, a secret exit through the fabric of everything. The black hole keeps its counsel, a sphinx in the void, offering no clues. Let that settle over you for a moment. The stars you see tonight might one day vanish into this enigma, their light snuffed out, their stories lost, or perhaps rewritten somewhere beyond. It's a thought both vast and soft, like a blanket of wonder draped across the night. What lies at the bottom of that well? Is it an end, a beginning, or something we can't name? The question hums, unanswered, a lullaby from the edge of the unknown. As you rest now, imagine drifting toward that horizon, weightless and calm. Feel the pull not as fear but as a gentle tug, a call to the mystery. The black hole doesn't rush, it waits, eternal and patient, holding its secrets close. Let your mind wander there, to the place where everything goes, and let the enigma wrap around you like a dream. It's not a riddle to solve tonight, but a whisper to carry you deeper, a quiet current flowing into sleep. Number 8. The parallel lives. Do other yous exist? Picture yourself drifting through a quiet night, the familiar hum of your world fading into a stillness that feels alive. Now imagine a shadow of you, another self, walking a different path, laughing at a joke you never heard or gazing at a sky you'll never see. This is the story of parallel lives, a soft whisper from the cosmos that asks, what if other versions of you are out there, living just beyond the veil? It's a thought to cradle as you slip into sleep. The idea begins in the strange corners of science, where the universe might not be one but many. Imagine reality splitting like a river branching into streams, each choice, each chance, spinning off a new world. In one you turned left instead of right, in another, you chased a dream you let go. Quantum whispers fuel this vision, suggesting that every maybe becomes a yes somewhere else. These aren't just echoes, they're lives as real as yours, woven into a tapestry of endless possibility. What's enchanting is how close they feel. Picture a you who's bolder, quieter, or simply different, shaped by a single moment's twist. They're not far, perhaps separated by a membrane thinner than a thought, a breath away in the multiverse's quiet folds. Some say the stars above shine across these worlds, their light threading through countless skies, touching every you at once. Others wonder if these lives hum in silence, unseen but near, like a melody you can't quite catch. Take a moment to let that settle. The you lying here is just one note in a vast chorus, each version singing its own tune. It's a thought that feels both grand and gentle, like a hand brushing your dreams. Do these other yous dream of you? Do they wonder too? The parallel lives don't demand answers. They shimmer, inviting you to imagine without hurry. Now, as the night deepens, let your mind wander those unseen paths. Picture a you beneath a strange moon, or one who stayed a little longer in a moment you left behind. They're not strangers, they're kin tied to you by the same quiet spark. Let the idea drift, soft and weightless, a thread of wonder stretching into the dark. There's no need to chase it tonight, just rest in its glow, a soothing ripple carrying you towards sleep, where all your lives might meet in dreams. Number 9. The Fermi Paradox. Where is everyone? Imagine lying beneath a sky stitched with stars, each a silent promise of worlds beyond counting. The universe sprawls vast and ancient, a cradle for life that should hum with voices, civilizations building, dreaming, reaching out. Yet as you listen there's only quiet, a stillness that wraps around you like a question. This is the tale of the Fermi Paradox, a gentle mystery that wonders, in all this endless space where is everyone? Let it drift with you as the night calls. It starts with a simple thought, whispered by a scientist named Enrico Fermi over lunch one day. The numbers sing a strange song. Billions of stars, countless planets, many surely warm and wet like ours. Time has had eons to weave life, minds that might spark cities, send signals, sail the dark. We've watched the skies, tuned our ears to the static, sent our own faint hellos into the void. But the answer is silence, a hush so deep it feels like the universe is holding its breath. What's haunting is the why. Perhaps life is rarer than we dream, a fragile flicker snuffed out by chance. A comet, a storm, a star's collapse. Or maybe minds like ours rise and fall too fast, leaving ruins no one finds. Some say they're here, hidden, watching us like shadows in the trees, too wise or wary to speak. Others imagine a filter ahead, a test we haven't faced, while those who passed it vanished into realms we can't yet touch. The stars gleam but they don't tell. Pause for a moment and feel that quiet. It's not empty, it's heavy with possibility, a stillness that cradles both hope and wonder. Are we alone, a single note in the cosmic dark? Or are we just too small, too new to hear the chorus? The paradox doesn't press, it lingers, soft and vast, like a tide washing over your thoughts. As you settle now, let your gaze drift to those distant lights. Picture a world out there, its own night sky, its own questions echoing back. Maybe they're asking too, where is everyone? Their voices lost in the same gentle hush. It's a mystery that doesn't demand solving tonight, but invites you to float within it, a whisper of the unknown threading through your mind. Let the silence wrap you, a blanket of stars and secrets, carrying you smoothly into sleep. Number 10. The Cosmic Speed Limit. Why can't we break it? Picture yourself racing through the night, the wind a wild song against your skin, stars streaking past like fireflies. You push faster, dreaming of outrunning the dark, of touching the edge of everything. But there's a wall, invisible and firm, a boundary woven into the universe itself. This is the story of the cosmic speed limit, a gentle law that holds us back, whispering its quiet truth as you ease into sleep. It begins with light, the swiftest traveler we know. A photon slips from a star, darting across the void at 300,000 kilometers a second, 186,000 miles in a single breath. Einstein saw it and wondered, nothing moves faster. Not a ship, not a dream, not even a wish. He called it the speed of light, a cap on the cosmos, etched into the fabric of space and time. Try to chase it and the universe pushes back, not with force but with a strange, soft twist. Here's the wonder, as you speed up, time bends. Clocks slow, your heartbeat stretches, the world ahead warps into a tunnel of light. Mass grows heavy, energy piles up, and the faster you go, the harder it gets, until breaking that limit would take all the power in existence and then some. It's not a wall you crash into, it's a tide that thickens, a dance where light always leads. The stars don't rush, they glide, patient, bound by the same rule, their glow a reminder of the limit we share. Take a moment to let that sink in. You're tied to this rhythm, a passenger on a cosmic road with a speed no one outruns. It's a thought that feels vast yet calm, like a river flowing steady beneath the night. Why can't we break it? Maybe it's the universe's way of keeping order, a gentle hand on our shoulder saying, this far, no further. Or perhaps it's a gift, a pace that lets us marvel at the journey. Now, as your breath slows, imagine chasing that light, your ship sleek and silent, stars blurring past. Feel the limit press close, not as a cage but a cradle rocking you in its hold. The cosmic speed limit isn't a race lost, it's a lullaby humming through the void, threading wonder into your rest. Let it carry you, a soft current under the sky, pulling you gently into dreams where even light pauses to linger. Number 11. The Entropy Dance. Why chaos always wins. Imagine a room where everything's in place. Books stacked neatly, a cup resting still, the air calm and cool. Now picture it slowly unraveling. Pages fluttering loose, the cup tipping, warmth seeping in. It's not a storm, it's a quiet drift, a dance that unfolds without rush. This is the story of entropy, the gentle sway of the universe toward disorder, a rhythm that whispers of chaos as you settle into the night. It starts with a simple truth: things fall apart. Scientists call it the second law, a rule woven into the cosmos. Energy spreads, order fades, like a drop of ink blooming in water. A hot star cools, its light scattering across the dark. A tidy desk gathers dust, its edges softening over time. It's not destruction, it's a release, a sigh from everything that's held tight. The universe began wound up, a tight spring of possibility, and ever since, it's been unwinding step by slow step into a wider, wilder sprawl. What's mesmerizing is how inevitable it feels. Build a sandcastle and the waves will claim it, shuffle a deck and the aces scatter. Entropy doesn't fight, it flows, a dance where every spin leans toward mess. Even your breath joins in, warmth slipping from your lungs to mingle with the air, a tiny chaos blending into the whole. Yet there's beauty here, stars form from swirling gas, life sparks in the shuffle, all before the dance tilts back to stillness. Let that settle over you for a moment. The world you know, its cities, its songs, is a fleeting stand against this tide, a fragile order destined to soften. It's a thought that feels vast yet soothing, like a blanket loosening its weave. Why does chaos always win? Perhaps it's not winning but resting, a return to ease, a letting go that cradles the cosmos in its quiet end. As you lie there now, feel that gentle drift. Picture the stars above, their light spilling free, their edges blurring into the dark. Entropy's dance isn't loud, it's a hush, a sway that rocks the universe to sleep. Let your thoughts scatter with it, soft and unhurried, like leaves on a stream. There's no need to hold them tight tonight, just rest in the flow, a whisper of chaos carrying you deeper into the calm of dreams. Number 12. The simulation hypothesis. Are we just code? Imagine closing your eyes, the world around you fading to a hum, the rustle of leaves, the glow of a lamp, the beat of your heart. Feels real, solid, yours. But what if it's a dream spun from numbers, a tapestry of code flickering behind the scenes? This is the story of the simulation hypothesis, a quiet whisper that wonders if we're players in a vast game, a thought to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a flicker of doubt, a question philosophers and scientists have toyed with like a loose thread. Picture a computer, not clunky and slow but infinite, its circuits weaving stars, oceans, even the taste of rain. If minds far beyond ours could build such a machine, might they craft a world like this? One where you walk, think, feel, without ever knowing the wires beneath? The math teases us. With enough power, reality could be a program and we, its characters, dancing to lines of unseen script. What's haunting is how it blurs the edges. The sunset you love, the laugh of a friend, could they be pixels rendered just for you? Look up at the sky. Its vastness might be a screen, its stars a designer's flourish. Yet it's not cold, it's strangely alive, a creation so perfect it mirrors the chaos of a universe unscripted. Some say the clues are there, the way light bends, the flickers of quantum oddity, hints of a system too neat to be chance. Take a moment to let that sink in. You're here, breathing, wondering, but perhaps you're also data, a spark in a cosmic machine. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a shadow brushing your dreams. Are we real, or are we echoes of someone's thought? The hypothesis doesn't demand an answer. It hums, a lullaby of maybe, inviting you to ponder without rush. Now, as the night folds around you, imagine the code running smooth and silent. Picture the stars as lines on a grid, your heartbeat a rhythm in the program. It's not a cage, it's a cradle rocking you in its mystery. Let the idea drift, weightless and calm, a thread of wonder weaving through the dark. There's no need to unravel it tonight, just rest in its glow, a gentle pulse carrying you deeper, into a sleep where reality and simulation blur. Number 13. The dark matter mystery. What's hiding in the shadows? Imagine gazing into a night sky, stars glinting like lanterns hung in the dark. You see their dance, their slow swirl around a galaxy's heart, but something unseen guides them, a shadow that doesn't shine, a whisper that holds the cosmos together. This is the tale of dark matter, a quiet riddle lurking in the universe's edges, a secret to ponder as you sink into sleep. It starts with a puzzle: galaxies spin too fast. The stars we see, the gas and dust, aren't enough to keep them from flying apart. Something else, invisible and vast, weaves through them, a ghost of gravity tugging at the light. Scientists call it dark matter, not dark like coal but hidden, slipping past our eyes, our tools, our touch. It doesn't glow, doesn't flicker. It just pulls, a silent partner in the cosmic ballet shaping the spirals we adore. What's enchanting is its reach. Picture it threading through the void, 5 times more plentiful than the matter we know. Your hands, the earth, the sun. It cradles galaxies, bends light from distant stars into arcs we can trace, yet leaves no face to greet us. Some guess it's tiny particles, drifting cold and unseen. Others dream it's something stranger, a shadow of laws we haven't learned. Whatever it is, it's here all around, a presence felt but never held. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in isn't just stars and air. It's laced with this mystery, a weightless veil brushing your world. It's a thought that feels both grand and soft, like a secret shared in hush. What's hiding in the shadows? Is it watching, indifferent, or simply waiting for us to see? As you rest now, imagine those unseen threads, weaving through the dark above. Picture the galaxy turning, held by hands we can't clasp, a quiet strength humming beneath the glow. The dark matter mystery doesn't rush, it lingers, patient and vast, a cradle of wonder rocking the night. Let your mind drift with it, a gentle current through the shadows, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the unseen holds you close. Number 14. The expanding universe. Where are we going? Imagine lying beneath a sky that stretches wider with every breath, stars drifting apart like lanterns carried on a slow, endless tide. The universe isn't still, it's growing, unfurling into the dark, pulling everything along in its quiet sweep. This is the story of the expanding universe, a gentle journey with no map, a thought to hold as you ease into the night. It began with a murmur, a discovery stitched from light. Long ago, astronomers peered at distant galaxies and saw their glow stretching red, a sign they're racing away. Not fleeing from us but carried by space itself, ballooning outward since the first spark of time. Picture a loaf of bread rising, dots of raisins spreading apart, not moving through the dough but lifted by its swell. That's us, our galaxy, our stars, riding a wave we can't see, heading somewhere vast and unknown. What's mesmerizing is the scale. Every second, the cosmos grows, galaxies slipping farther, their light dimming as they go. Billions of years ago, everything we know was squeezed close, a hot, tight knot. Now it sprawls, a canvas stretching thin. And it's speeding up, pushed by a shadow called dark energy, a force we feel but don't grasp. Where does it end? Some say in cold silence, stars winking out. Others dream of a turn, a collapse back to one. For now it's a drift, a soft pull into the deep. Take a moment to let that settle. You're part of this swell, a speck on a tide that's carried you since the beginning. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a hand guiding you through the dark. Where are we going? The universe doesn't whisper its destination. It just moves, steady and sure, inviting you to wonder. As you rest now, picture that slow stretch, stars gliding apart, space unfolding like a sigh. Feel yourself carried, not rushed, but cradled in the flow, a traveler in the cosmos' quiet breath. The expanding universe doesn't demand answers tonight. It hums, a lullaby of motion threading through your dreams. Let it sweep you along, a gentle tide under the night, pulling you softly into sleep. Number 15. The Star Nursery. How suns are born. Imagine drifting through a sea of shadows, where the dark hums with secrets waiting to glow. Far beyond the stars you know, clouds of gas and dust swirl, vast and quiet, cradling the seeds of light. This is the story of the Star Nursery, a gentle tale of how suns awaken, a whisper of creation to carry you into the night. It begins in the cold, a nebula sprawled across the void, billions of miles of mist flecked with grains finer than sand. Picture it hanging there, patient, until a ripple stirs, a dying star's breath, a shockwave brushing through. The cloud trembles, then collapses, folding inward like a dream taking shape. Gravity weaves its spell, pulling dust to dust, gas to gas, until a knot forms, small and shy, glowing faintly in the gloom. What's beautiful is the slow bloom. Heat rises, the core squeezes tight, and hydrogen sparks. A dance of atoms fusing into helium, igniting a fire that will burn for eons. The nursery cradles it, a cocoon of swirling haze, until the new sun shrugs off its veil, shining bold and bright. Around it, leftovers spin, disks of rock and ice that might one day cradle worlds. From chaos, a star is born, a quiet miracle lighting the dark. Take a moment to let that settle. Every sun you've seen, the one warming your days, the ones twinkling now, started this way, nursed in the stillness of a cosmic cradle. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a hand rocking the night. These nurseries scatter across the sky, unseen but alive, birthing the light that guides us. As you lie there, imagine floating through that nebula, the mist cool against your skin, a faint glow pulsing ahead. Feel the hush, the patience as a star awakens, its first light brushing the dark. The star nursery doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of beginnings threading wonder through your rest. Let it wrap around you, a gentle glow in the shadows, carrying you deeper into a sleep where suns are born in dreams. Number 16. The Relativity Twist, Why Time Bends. Imagine sitting still, the ticking of a clock steady beside you, each second a faithful step through the day. Now picture that rhythm warping, stretching slow or racing fast, not because the clock falters, but because the universe itself twists it. This is the story of the relativity twist, a gentle bend in time's flow, a mystery to cradle as you slip into the night. It begins with a man named Einstein dreaming of light and motion. He saw time not as a river, fixed and firm, but as a thread woven with space, pliable and soft. Move fast, near the speed of light, and your seconds stretch, a heartbeat lingering while the world rushes by. Stand near a heavy star, its gravity pressing deep, and time slows again as if caught in a quiet embrace. Clocks on satellites tick quicker than those below, a whisper of difference we measure to prove it's real. What's enchanting is how it shifts everything. Picture two twins. One sails the stars racing through the cosmos while the other stays home tending the earth. Years pass and the traveler returns younger, her clock barely moved, while her sibling's hair has grayed. Time bends with speed, with weight, a dance where the universe plays the tune. Even light curves near a black hole, its path and pace warped by the same unseen hand. Take a moment to let that sink in. The minutes you feel steady and sure are a thread in a larger weave bending with the world you move through. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a ripple spreading through still water. Why does time bend? It's the cosmos breathing, tying us to its rhythm, a twist that keeps the stars in step. As you rest now, imagine that bend, your breath slowing, time softening around you. Picture a clock near a distant sun, its hands drifting lazy, or a ship streaking past, its moments stretched thin. The relativity twist doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of motion and mass, threading wonder through the dark. Let it wrap you gently, a quiet shift in the night, carrying you deeper into a sleep where time itself dreams. Number 17. The Uncertainty Principle. Can we ever know it all? Imagine peering into a world so small it hums beneath your sight, a place where tiny sparks dart and flicker, alive with secrets. You reach to pin them down, to know their place, their path, but the closer you look, the more they slip away. This is the story of the Uncertainty Principle, a quiet veil over the universe's heart, a whisper of wonder to carry you into the night. It begins with a man named Heisenberg, chasing the dance of the unseen. Down in the quantum realm, where atoms weave and electrons spin, he found a strange truth. You can't know everything at once. Measure where a particle sits and its speed blurs, track its motion and its spot fades. It's not a flaw in our tools, it's the fabric of reality, a rule that says the more you grasp one thread, the looser another becomes. The universe keeps a piece of itself hidden, a shadow that won't stand still. What's mesmerizing is the blur. Picture an electron, a speck of possibility, not a dot but a ripple trembling between here and there. Shine a light to catch it, and the light itself nudges it astray, a gentle push that muddies the view. It's as if the cosmos plays a game, offering glimpses but never the whole. Even the stars above, steady to your eyes, are built from this restless haze, their foundations uncertain, their stories half told. Let that settle over you for a moment. The world you touch, the breath you take, rests on a mystery we can't fully unravel. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a mist brushing your dreams. Can we ever know it all? Perhaps not. The Uncertainty Principle cradles a limit, a quiet boundary where questions bloom instead of answers. As you lie there now, imagine that flicker, the tiny worlds within you dancing beyond reach. Picture their blur, a hum of maybes, weaving the night around you. The principle doesn't demand clarity, it sighs, a lullaby of the unknown, threading through your rest. Let it drift with you, calm and unhurried, a veil of wonder pulling you deeper, into a sleep where certainty fades and the possible takes wing. Number 18. The Wormhole Dream, Shortcuts Through Space. Imagine floating in the quiet dark, stars scattered like dust across a velvet sky. You dream of crossing that vastness, not in years or lifetimes but in a single step, a secret passage threading through the void. This is the story of the wormhole dream, a gentle vision of cosmic shortcuts, a whisper of wonder to guide you into the night. It begins with a crease in the universe, a thought born from Einstein's pen. Picture space not as flat but folded, like a sheet of paper bent until two distant points touch. A wormhole is the tunnel between, a bridge, a throat, linking here to there without the endless drift. One end might open near your window, the other by a star a billion miles away. Step through and the journey shrinks, the cosmos curling in on itself like a sigh. What's enchanting is the possibility. Scientists imagine these tunnels, carved by gravity's twist or quantum whispers, hidden in the fabric we can't yet touch. A ship might slip inside, walls shimmering with strange light, time and space bending soft around it. Emerge and you're elsewhere, another galaxy, another sun, greeted by skies no one's seen. Some say they could loop through time too, a dream where yesterday meets tomorrow in the same quiet breath. Take a moment to let that settle. The stars above might be closer than they seem, tied to you by paths unseen. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a hand reaching through the dark. Are wormholes real, waiting out there, or just a hope spun from math? The dream doesn't insist, it hums, a lullaby of shortcuts inviting you to wander. As you rest now, picture that tunnel, a faint glow pulsing in the night, a passage calling soft and sure. Imagine stepping through weightless, the universe folding gentle around you, stars rushing close then fading back. The wormhole dream doesn't rush, it drifts, a thread of mystery weaving through the void, cradling your mind. Let it carry you, a quiet current under the sky, pulling you deeper into a sleep where distances dissolve. Number 19. The Cosmic Microwave Echo. Listening to the Big Bang. Imagine lying still, the night wrapping you in its hush, and tuning your ears to a sound older than the stars. It's not a roar or a crash but a faint hum, a whisper threading through the dark, a relic of the moment everything began. This is the story of the Cosmic Microwave Echo, a gentle voice from the Big Bang, a melody to carry you into sleep. It starts with a flicker of discovery, a hiss caught by accident. Scientists aimed their antennas skyward, expecting silence, but found a glow instead, a soft buzz bathing the universe in microwaves. This isn't new light but ancient, stretched thin by time. Rewind billions of years, to when the cosmos was a hot, tight spark bursting wide in a flash too bright to see. As it cooled, that first light dimmed, its waves lengthening into a hum we can hear today, an echo of creation's breath. What's mesmerizing is its presence. It's everywhere, slipping through your walls, your skin, the air you breathe, a ghost of the universe's infancy. Picture it as a snapshot, blurred and faint, of a time when space was a soup of fire, before stars, before galaxies. Tune a radio to static, and a sliver of that hiss is the Big Bang itself, whispering across eons to reach you now. It's the oldest song we know, a lullaby from the dawn of all things. Let that settle over you for a moment. You're wrapped in this echo, a thread tying you to the first light, the first sigh. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a breeze from a far-off shore. Listening to the Big Bang isn't loud, it's intimate, a murmur that cradles the night, reminding you the universe remembers its birth. As you rest now, imagine that hum, faint and steady, washing over the stars, brushing past you. Picture it rising from the dark, a glow too old to see, singing low and calm. The cosmic microwave echo doesn't rush, it lingers, a timeless wave rocking the void, threading through your dreams. Let it wrap you gently, a whisper of beginnings, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the past hums alive. Number 20. The Multiverse Riddle. How many realities are there? Imagine lying beneath a sky that feels too small to hold all your dreams, the stars above just a glimpse of something larger. Now picture those stars not as one story but countless, a tapestry of worlds where every what-if spins its own thread. This is the tale of the multiverse riddle, a quiet whisper asking how many realities stretch beyond ours, a gentle puzzle to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a spark of wonder, a thought that the universe might not be singular but a chorus. Scientists muse over equations, tracing the Big Bang's echo, and find hints that our cosmos could be one bubble among many. Each bubble a reality, some like ours, with suns and seas, others stranger, where gravity pulls up or time runs backward. Picture a moment you chose left instead of right. In the multiverse, another you turn the other way, living a life that hums parallel to this one, unseen but near. What's enchanting is the endlessness. These worlds might float apart, separated by veils we can't pierce, or overlap like shadows on water. Quantum flickers suggest it, every choice, every chance splitting the thread of existence into a web too vast to map. A universe where you're a poet, another where stars sing, another where nothing ever began. How many are there? A handful? A trillion? Or an infinity, each as real as the breath you take now, woven into a riddle without end? Take a moment to let that settle. The night around you might be one note in a symphony, your dreams echoing across unseen realms. It's a thought that feels both grand and soft, like a hand brushing the dark. How many realities hold a version of you? The multiverse doesn't answer. It hums, a lullaby of possibility, inviting you to wander its unseen edges. As you rest now, imagine those other worlds, a sky with two moons, a sea of glass, a quiet you gazing back. Feel them drift close, not pressing but hovering, a gentle chorus beneath the stars. The multiverse riddle doesn't demand you count. It cradles you in its mystery, a wave of wonder threading through the void. Let it carry you, calm and weightless, into a sleep where realities blur, and every dream might be a glimpse of somewhere else. Number 21. The Redshift Secret. How we know the universe grows. Imagine gazing up at a sky alive with light, stars and galaxies stretching into the dark like a painter's dream. Now picture that light whispering a secret, its colors shifting soft and slow, telling a story of a universe that never sits still. This is the tale of the Redshift Secret, a quiet clue woven into the glow above, a gentle thread to guide you into the night. It begins with a telescope and a curious eye, peering at distant worlds. Long ago, astronomers noticed something strange. The light from far-off galaxies wasn't pure and steady, it leaned red, its waves stretched long like a note held low. This wasn't a trick of the glass, it was motion, a sign that these starry islands are drifting away, carried by a cosmos swelling wide. The farther they are, the redder they glow, a hum of retreat echoing back to us across the void. What's mesmerizing is the why. Think of a siren passing by, its wail dropping deep as it speeds off. Light does the same, stretched by the universe's growth, a redshift that maps its stretch. Billions of years ago, everything was closer, a tight knot of heat and spark. Now space itself unfurls, pushing galaxies apart like petals opening to the dawn. This glow we catch, red and faint, is the past reaching out, a memory of a smaller, younger world. Let that settle over you for a moment. The stars you see tonight are messengers, their light a trail of the universe's quiet expansion. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a tide lifting you gently. How do we know it grows? The Redshift sings it, a secret carried on waves, threading the night with proof of a cosmos in bloom. As you rest now, imagine that light, stretched and soft, washing over you from eons past. Picture galaxies drifting, their glow reddening as they go, a slow dance under the sky. The Redshift Secret doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of motion cradling your mind in its glow. Let it drift with you, a whisper of the universe unfolding, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the stars stretch wide. Number 22. The Neutrino Ghost, particles that pass through us. Imagine lying still, the night a soft cloak around you, while unseen travelers slip through the quiet, through the air, the walls, even you. They're not shadows or whispers, but tiny specks, born in the hearts of stars, racing across the cosmos. This is the story of the Neutrino Ghost, a gentle wisp of a particle that drifts through everything, a secret to cradle as you ease into sleep. It begins in the fire of a sun, where heat and light forge more than we see. Neutrinos spill out, nearly massless, barely touching the world they cross. Trillions pass through you each second, through your skin, your bones, the earth beneath, unfelt, unnoticed like a breeze too faint to stir a leaf. They're shy, these ghosts, dodging atoms with ease, slipping past as if matter were a dream they don't share. What's enchanting is their journey. Born in stellar cores or the Big Bang's echo, they sail the universe, carrying tales of their origins. Scientists catch a few with vast pools of water buried deep, watching for a flicker when a neutrino brushes something solid. But most glide on, through mountains, planets, the void itself, a silent chorus threading the dark, connecting you to the stars without a sound. Let that settle over you for a moment. You're a waypoint in their endless drift, a fleeting stop on a path that began long before you breathed. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a hand brushing the night. These neutrino ghosts don't linger. They pass, a whisper of the cosmos flowing through, tying you to its quiet hum. As you rest now, imagine them streaming past, tiny, weightless, a river of unseen light. Picture them trailing from a distant sun, through the dark, through you, onward to places no one knows. The neutrino ghost doesn't pause, it glides, a lullaby of motion weaving wonder into your stillness. Let it carry you, calm and fleeting, into a sleep where the universe drifts through your dreams. Number 23. The event horizon, the point of no return. Imagine drifting toward a shadow in the sky, a place where the stars bend and the dark grows heavy. It's not a wall or a gate but a line, a quiet edge where everything changes. This is the story of the event horizon, a boundary whispered by black holes, a gentle pull into the unknown to guide you into the night. It begins with a collapse, a star folding into itself until gravity reigns supreme. Around this crush, a veil forms, not solid but final. The event horizon marks the rim. Step past and light itself can't climb back, swallowed by the pull. Picture a ship sailing close, its hull gleams, its clock ticks, until it nears that line. Time stretches, the craft slows to a stillness in our eyes, then fades, lost to a realm we can't follow. Beyond, the universe hides its face. What's haunting is the silence of that edge. No sound, no flare, just a hush where things vanish. Scientists say it's a point of no return, a threshold where space and time twist into a knot. If you crossed, you'd fall, stretched thin, toward a mystery called the Singularity, a dot of infinite weight. Yet from here, it's a quiet goodbye, a starship slipping into shadow, leaving only questions in its wake. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky holds these invisible lines, borders where the familiar ends and the unseen begins. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a tide lapping at your dreams. The event horizon doesn't shout, it waits, a gentle call to wonder what lies past the point we can't reach. As you rest now, imagine drifting near that edge, a faint glow bending, stars winking out one by one. Feel the pull, not sharp but steady, a whisper tugging you toward the dark. The event horizon doesn't rush, it looms, a cradle of mystery rocking the void, threading stillness through your mind. Let it draw you in, soft and slow, into a sleep where the line blurs, and the unknown hums close. Number 24. The Hawking Glow. Do black holes leak? Imagine a black hole, a shadow in the cosmos, swallowing all that dares come close. Light, dust, time itself. It seems eternal, a vault locked tight. But what if it whispers back, a faint shimmer escaping its grip? This is the story of the Hawking Glow, a quiet glimmer from the dark, a secret to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a mind named Hawking, peering into the void with equations and dreams. Black holes, he said, aren't silent tombs, they hum. Down in the quantum haze, where nothingness flickers, pairs of particles pop into being. One falls in, the other slips free. This runaway speck steals a breath of energy and slowly, ever so slowly, the black hole shrinks. It's not a blaze but a glow, a whisper of light leaking from the abyss, named after the man who heard it. What's mesmerizing is the patience. A black hole the size of a mountain might take eons to fade, its glow softer than a candle's flicker, too dim for our eyes. Yet it's there, a dance of loss at the event horizon, where the impossible bends. Picture it, a giant of gravity, once a star, unraveling grain by grain, until one day it winks out, leaving only its echo. Even the darkest things, it seems, can't hold everything forever. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky hides these leaking shadows, their glow a thread tying endings to beginnings. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a sigh brushing the dark. Do black holes leak? Yes, in whispers, in time, a slow fade that hums through the universe's quiet corners. As you rest now, imagine that glow, a faint shimmer pulsing from the edge of nothing, a black hole breathing out its last. Feel it drift, not loud but steady, a murmur of light in the void. The Hawking Glow doesn't rush, it lingers, a lullaby of release weaving wonder into your stillness. Let it wrap you gently, a glimmer in the shadows, carrying you deeper into a sleep where even the dark shines. Number 25. The Fine-Tuned Cosmos. Is the universe made for us? Imagine lying beneath a sky that feels just right. The stars at a perfect distance, the air soft against your skin, the earth steady under you. It's a world that fits, a cosmos humming with balance as if someone tuned it for this moment. This is the story of the fine-tuned cosmos, a quiet wonder asking if the universe was shaped for us, a thought to cradle as you slip into the night. It begins with numbers, delicate and precise. The strength of gravity, the spark of atoms, the push of dark energy, all sit at values so exact that a nudge either way might unravel everything. Too strong and stars collapse too soon, too weak and they never form. The cosmos threads a needle, weaving a place where suns burn steady, planets spin and life, like yours, can bloom. Scientists call it fine-tuning, a harmony that feels almost too perfect to be chance. What's enchanting is the fit. Picture the constants of nature like dials on a vast machine, each set just so. A hair's breadth off and no galaxies swirl, no water flows, no eyes open to the stars. It's as if the universe knew you'd be here, gazing up, wondering. Some see a design, a quiet hand at work. Others whisper of countless realities, ours just one that clicked. Either way, it's a melody playing soft, a world made possible by a balance we can't quite grasp. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night around you, the breath you take, rests on this fragile tune, a cosmos aligned for your being. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a blanket woven just for you. Is the universe made for us? The question hums, a lullaby without end, inviting you to rest in its mystery. As you lie there now, imagine those dials, set long ago, holding the stars in place, the Earth in orbit, your dreams in reach. Feel the balance, not forced but gentle, a harmony threading through the dark. The fine-tuned cosmos doesn't demand answers. It glows, a cradle of wonder rocking the night. Let it wrap you softly, a whisper of purpose or chance, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the universe feels like home. Number 26. The space-time fabric. What's it made of? Imagine resting on a world that feels firm, the stars above pinned in place, time ticking steady beside you. Now picture it all as a sheet, not solid but soft, stretching, bending, rippling under an unseen weight. This is the story of the space-time fabric, a quiet weave that holds the cosmos, a mystery to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a vision from Einstein, who saw the universe not as a stage but a cloth. Space and time aren't separate, they're one, a tapestry threaded together, pliable and alive. Drop a star onto it and it dips, curving the paths of planets. Speed through it and it warps, slowing clocks in your wake. The sun sits heavy, dimpling the fabric, and we orbit its edge, caught in a gentle slope we call gravity. It's not a force pulling, it's the shape of the weave guiding us home. What's mesmerizing is the texture. Picture it shimmering, not with threads or silk but something deeper, energy perhaps, or laws we can't touch. Scientists chase its threads, guessing at strings too small to see, vibrations humming the cosmos into being. A black hole tears it tight, a neutron star ripples it fast, yet it holds, stretching thin but never breaking. What's it made of? The question floats, a whisper from the dark, unanswered but alive. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the stars you see, are patterns in this fabric, a cloth you're woven into. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a blanket folding around you. The space-time fabric doesn't stand still. It bends, it flows, cradling your every step through its quiet curves. As you lie there now, imagine that weave, stretching under the moon, rippling with the stars, your breath a tiny wave in its folds. Feel it shift, not rigid but gentle, a surface rocking the universe in its sway. The fabric doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of shape and time, threading wonder through your rest. Let it wrap you slowly, a whisper of the unseen, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the cosmos curves close. Number 27. The Pulsar beat, nature's cosmic clocks. Imagine lying beneath a sky that pulses, not with the flicker of stars, but a rhythm, steady, sharp, like a heartbeat from the dark. Far beyond the quiet glow, a tiny star spins, sending beams of light sweeping through the void. This is the story of the Pulsar beat, nature's cosmic clocks ticking in the silence, a gentle cadence to carry you into the night. It begins with a star's end, a giant collapsing into a dense, spinning core, no bigger than a city yet heavier than mountains. These neutron stars whirl fast, some hundreds of times a second, their magnetic poles firing jets of energy like lighthouse beams. When one sweeps past us, we catch it, a pulse, a blip so regular it rivals the finest clocks we've built. Astronomers first heard them as static, a cosmic metronome, and named them pulsars, the universe's timekeepers. What's mesmerizing is their precision. Picture a sphere, crushed tight, spinning in the void, its beams slicing through space with a beat you could set your dreams to. Some slow over eons, their rhythm softening, Others, fed by a companion star, spin faster, their ticks a whisper of eternity. They're relics of chaos, yet they hum order, guides for ships lost in the galaxy, markers for scientists tracing gravity's waves. Each pulse is a note, a story of a star that died to keep time. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky holds these drummers, their beats threading through the dark, reaching you across light years. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a hand tapping gently on your rest. The pulsar beat doesn't waver. It sings, a lullaby of spin and light, tying you to the cosmos' quiet pulse. As you rest now, imagine that rhythm, a faint tick sweeping past, a star's breath brushing the silence. Picture it spinning, small and fierce, its beams painting the night in steady strokes. The pulsar beat doesn't rush, it flows, a cradle of time rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it drift with you, soft and sure, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the universe keeps its own gentle count. Number 28. The Antimatter Mirror. Where did it go? Imagine a universe born in pairs, every spark of matter twinned with its shadow, a mirror self, equal but opposite. You're here, solid and real, but once there was another side, a reflection that should have balanced the scales. This is the story of the Antimatter Mirror, a quiet mystery of what vanished, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with the Big Bang, a burst of light and heat spilling everything into being. For every particle, electrons, protons, quarks, there was an antiparticle, a twin with the same mass but a flipped charge. When they meet, they vanish in a flash, turning back to energy, a dance of creation and erasure. The universe should have been even, matter and antimatter canceling out, leaving nothing but a glow. Yet here you are, the stars above, the earth below, all matter with barely a trace of its mirror. What's haunting is the absence. Scientists search, finding flecks of antimatter and cosmic rays in lab sparks, but not the vast seas that should have been. Where did it go? Some say a tiny tilt favored matter, a whisper of difference letting it outlast its twin. Others dream of hidden pockets, antimatter galaxies glowing far beyond our reach, unseen in the dark. The mirror broke, and were the shards left behind, a puzzle with half the pieces gone. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the breath you take, owes itself to this lost reflection, a balance tipped long ago. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a shadow brushing your dreams. The antimatter mirror doesn't explain. It hums, a lullaby of what might have been, threading wonder through the quiet. As you rest now, imagine that other side, a fleeting twin to every star, every grain dissolving into light. Picture it slipping away, a ghost in the dark, leaving you in a world of matter's gentle sway. The antimatter mirror doesn't rush, it fades, a cradle of mystery rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it drift with you, calm and fleeting, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the lost half lingers. Number 29. The Inflation Surge, How the Universe Ballooned. Imagine a moment before the stars, before the dark had edges. A tiny spark, smaller than a whisper, holding all that would ever be. Then in a blink, it swells, stretching wide and wild, a breath that births the cosmos. This is the story of the inflation surge, a quiet burst that shaped the universe, a tale to cradle as you slip into the night. It begins in the first heartbeat of time, a fraction of a second after the Big Bang. The universe was a hot, tight knot, but something, call it a surge, a push, kicked it into motion. Not a slow unfurling, but a leap, ballooning from a speck to a vastness in less than a trillionth of a second. Space itself stretched, smoothing its wrinkles, scattering its seeds, tiny ripples that would grow into galaxies, stars, you. It was fast, silent, a bloom too quick to see, yet it set the stage for everything. What's mesmerizing is the scale. Picture a grain of sand swelling to a sea, then a sky, all before you could blink. This surge, driven by a force we barely name, flattened the cosmos, stretched its fabric thin, and left it vast and even. Without it, the stars might clump too close or drift too far, our world might never hold. Scientists trace its echo in the microwave glow, a faint hum of that wild stretch, a whisper from the dawn. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the breath you feel, owes itself to this fleeting rush, a ballooning that made room for all you know. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a wave smoothing the shore. The inflation surge doesn't linger, it fades, a lullaby of growth, threading wonder through the dark. As you rest now, imagine that swell, a tiny spark blooming soft and fast, space unfolding like a sigh. Picture it stretching, carrying the seeds of stars, a quiet tide under the night. The inflation surge doesn't press. It hums, a cradle of beginnings rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it drift with you, gentle and vast, carrying you deeper into a sleep where the universe expands in dreams. Number 30. The Exoplanet Hunt. Are we alone out there? Imagine gazing at the stars, each a faint promise hung in the dark, and wondering what circles them, worlds unseen, cradling secrets of their own. Beyond the familiar glow of our sun, the night hides a quest, a search for places that might mirror ours. This is the story of the Exoplanet Hunt, a quiet chase across the cosmos, a whisper to carry you into the night. It begins with a flicker, a dip in a star's light caught by patient eyes. Telescopes sweep the sky, watching for shadows, planets crossing their suns, dimming the shine just enough to betray their presence. Some are giants, gas swirling hot and wild. Others are rocky, small, tucked close to their star or drifting far in the cold. Thousands now dot our maps, each a question. Could they hold water, air, life? The hunt is a dance of patience, tracing wobbles and blinks to find these distant kin. What's enchanting is the possibility. Picture a world with two suns, its days painted in double dusk, or one with oceans deep and still, reflecting alien skies. Some sit in the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, where life might stir as it did here. We send no ships yet, but our tools listen, straining for a signal, a hum that says we're not alone. The stars keep their counsel, their planets veiled in silence, but the hunt presses on, a dream stitched into the dark. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky you see is alive with unseen worlds, each a chance at company in the vastness. It's a thought that feels both grand and soft, like a hand reaching through the quiet. Are we alone out there? The Exoplanet Hunt doesn't answer. It hums, a lullaby of maybe, threading wonder through your rest. As you lie there now, imagine those worlds, a blue dot orbiting a red star, a rocky shore under a strange moon. Picture the hunt, eyes on the sky, seeking a sign, a whisper back. The exoplanet chase doesn't rush. It drifts, a cradle of questions rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, calm and curious, into a sleep where distant planets glow in dreams. Number 31. The Photon Journey, Light's Endless Trip. Imagine a single spark of light, a photon, slipping free from a star's heart, setting out across the dark. It's small, swift, a traveler with no weight, carrying the glow of its birth through an endless night. This is the story of the Photon Journey, a quiet odyssey through the cosmos, a whisper to cradle as you drift into sleep. It begins in a furnace, deep within a sun, ours or one far beyond. Heat and pressure forge it, a speck of energy bursting loose, racing at the speed of light. It streams past planets, through dust clouds, over eons, never slowing, never resting. A photon from a distant star might travel 1 billion years to brush your eyes tonight, a messenger from a time before the Earth was born. Its path is straight, unyielding, until it bends near a black hole or scatters in a nebula's mist. What's mesmerizing is the endurance. Picture it crossing voids where nothing stirs, its glow unchanged, a memory of its star held tight. Some photons escape the Big Bang itself, stretched thin into microwaves, humming through the universe still. Others strike your skin, warm the day, or paint the moon's pale face. They don't tire, they drift, timeless, threading the cosmos with light, tying you to the farthest reaches without a sound. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you see, the stars above, are gifts from these travelers, their journeys ending in your gaze. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a breeze from a distant shore. The photon journey doesn't end, it flows, a lullaby of light, weaving wonder through the quiet. As you rest now, imagine that spark, leaping from a star, sailing past galaxies, brushing the dark until it finds you. Picture its trip, steady and sure, a glow threading through the night. The photon journey doesn't rush, it hums, a cradle of endless motion rocking the void, threading stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and bright, into a sleep where light's long trip glows in dreams. Number 32. The Singularity Abyss, What Lies Beyond. Imagine drifting toward a shadow so deep it bends the stars, a place where the universe folds tight and the rules you know dissolve. It's not just dark, it's a question, a point where everything vanishes into something unknown. This is the story of the Singularity Abyss, a quiet plunge at a black hole's heart, a mystery to cradle as you ease into the night. It begins past the event horizon, where light fades and gravity reigns. A star, once vast, collapses under its own weight, crushing down to a speck. A singularity, they call it, infinitely small, infinitely dense. Space curves sharp, time twists still, and all we've learned unravels. Matter, energy, even meaning slip into this abyss, a dot that holds more than we can grasp. It's not a place you see, it's a threshold, a whisper of what might wait beyond. What's haunting is the silence. Picture a ship falling in, stretched thin, then gone, its story swallowed whole. Scientists guess at the beyond, a crush to nothing, a tunnel to elsewhere, a new universe blooming in the dark. Equations falter here, their answers curling into riddles. Is it an end, a door, or something we can't name? The singularity sits, patient and mute, a secret locked in the cosmos' core. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky hides these abysses, their pull threading through the dark, tugging at your wonder. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a wave lapping at the unknown. What lies beyond? The singularity abyss doesn't tell. It hums, a lullaby of mystery, inviting you to drift along its edge. As you rest now, imagine that plunge, a slow fall into shadow, stars bending, silence growing deep. Feel the abyss, not sharp but soft, a pull that cradles your mind in quiet. The singularity doesn't rush, it waits, a cradle of the unseen rocking the void, weaving stillness into your dreams. Let it draw you in, gentle and vast, into a sleep where the beyond whispers close. Number 33. The Cosmic Web, Threads of the Universe. Imagine gazing into a night sky that's more than stars, a vast tapestry, woven with threads too faint to see, stretching across the dark. It's not a scatter of light, but a network, a web holding galaxies like dewdrops on silk. This is the story of the cosmic web, a quiet scaffold of the universe, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with the first ripples, echoes of the Big Bang cooling into shape. Gravity takes the reins, pulling matter, gas, dust, dark shadows, into strands across the void. These threads twist and knot, forming walls and filaments, vast highways millions of light-years long. Galaxies cluster at the crossings, glowing bright, while between them stretch empty seas, dark and still. Telescopes catch the glow of gas, tracing this web like a map drawn in starlight. What's mesmerizing is the pattern. Picture a spider's work, but grander. Filaments linking clusters, clusters bridging voids, a lattice cradling all we know. Dark matter weaves the backbone, unseen but heavy, guiding the dance of stars and gas. It's alive, this web, growing as the universe swells, threading the cosmos with a structure both fragile and firm. You're a speck on one of its strands, tied to the whole by its quiet pull. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the stars above, hang in this web, a network humming with connection. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a thread brushing your dreams. The cosmic web doesn't rush, it spans, a lullaby of links, weaving wonder through the silence. As you rest now, imagine those threads, faint lines glowing in the dark, stretching past galaxies, cradling the night. Picture yourself drifting along them, weightless, the universe a weave beneath you. The cosmic web doesn't press, it hums, a cradle of structure rocking the void, threading stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and wide, into a sleep where the universe's strands glow close. Number 34. The Dark Energy Push. What's driving the expansion? Imagine a universe stretching wide, stars and galaxies drifting apart like leaves on a growing stream. It's not just moving, it's speeding up, pushed by a shadow we can't see, a force humming through the void. This is the story of the Dark Energy Push, a quiet power driving the cosmos apart, a mystery to cradle as you ease into the night. It begins with a surprise, a flicker in the light of distant supernovae. Astronomers expected the universe's growth to slow, gravity pulling back like a tide. Instead, they saw the opposite, galaxies racing away faster now than eons ago. Something unseen, something vast is at work, a push against the pull, swelling space itself. They named it dark energy, a whisper of the unknown, filling the cosmos with a force that defies the weight of stars. What's haunting is its reach. Picture it threading through everything, every corner, every gap, making up most of the universe's essence, yet leaving no trace we can touch. It doesn't glow, doesn't clump. It just presses, stretching the fabric of space, thinning the night. Some call it a hum of emptiness, a vacuum alive with push. Others dream it's a ripple from beyond, a law we haven't read. Whatever it is, it's winning, driving the stars toward a quieter, colder end. Let that settle over you for a moment. The sky you see, the dark between, pulses with this unseen hand, pushing you along its tide. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a breath lifting the dark. What's driving the expansion? The dark energy push doesn't answer. It hums, a lullaby of stretch, weaving wonder through the silence. As you rest now, imagine that force, a soft swell under the stars, nudging them apart, carrying you with it. Picture the night growing wide, a gentle push rocking the void, threading stillness into your mind. The dark energy doesn't rush, it flows, a cradle of mystery expanding the cosmos, guiding you deeper. Let it drift with you, vast and quiet, into a sleep where the universe stretches in dreams. Number 35. The quantum entanglement, spooky connections. Imagine two tiny sparks born together in the flicker of a moment, then sent spinning across the dark. One to a star, one to your hand. Touch one and the other trembles no matter the miles between. This is the story of quantum entanglement, a quiet bond defying distance, a spooky whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins in the unseen world where particles hum with secrets. Pair them, electrons, photons, and they share a thread, a tie forged in their birth. Separate them, send them galaxies apart, and they still dance as one. Measure one's spin, its glow, and the other shifts instantly as if they whispered through the void. Einstein called it spooky, a connection too strange for space and time, yet it's real, a hum we've caught in labs and light. What's mesmerizing is the link. Picture two coins flipped far apart, always landing heads or tails together, no signal sent, no wire strung. It's not magic, it's quantum, a weave beneath the world we see. Some say they share a hidden truth, others dream they're one, split but whole, tied by a thread we can't cut. They twist fate, these entangled pairs, threading the cosmos with a bond that bends our understanding. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the stars above, might pulse with these unseen ties, connecting you to the far-off dark. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a hand reaching through silence. The quantum entanglement doesn't explain, it hums, a lullaby of spooky links, weaving wonder into your rest. As you rest now, imagine those pairs, two specks glowing, one here, one there, trembling as one. Picture their dance, instant and still, a thread stretching through the night. The entanglement doesn't rush, it glows, a cradle of mystery rocking the void, threading stillness into your mind. Let it drift with you, gentle and strange, into a sleep where connections shimmer in dreams. Number 36. The supernova finale, how stars die. Imagine a star blazing bright, a beacon in the dark, pouring light across the void for millions of years. Then, in a fleeting moment, it flares, a brilliant goodbye that outshines galaxies before fading to silence. This is the story of the supernova finale, a quiet end to a star's long life, a whisper to cradle as you ease into the night. It begins with a giant, a sun grown heavy with time. Deep in its core, fuel runs thin, hydrogen spent, helium burned until iron forms a weight it can't bear. Gravity presses, the star trembles, and in a heartbeat, it collapses. Then, a rebound, a shockwave rips outward, hurling gas and light in a blaze that sears the cosmos. 4 days, weeks, it glows, a curtain call brighter than a billion suns, scattering ash that will one day seed new worlds. What's mesmerizing is the beauty in the end. Picture it, a sphere of fire swelling, then bursting, painting the dark with colors no eye can hold. Its death isn't quiet, it sings, a flare we've seen from Earth, marking time in ancient skies. That ash, rich with gold and carbon, drifts, weaving into planets, into you. Every breath you take carries a star's last gift, a finale that echoes through the ages. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky you see hides these endings, their light reaching you long after the curtain falls. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a flame flickering out in peace. The supernova finale doesn't linger, it glows, a lullaby of endings, threading wonder through the silence. As you rest now, imagine that burst, a star swelling bright, then fading soft, its light washing over the dark. Picture its dust drifting, a quiet gift settling into the night. The supernova doesn't rush, it hums, a cradle of closure rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and vast, into a sleep where stars shine their last in dreams. Number 37. The Goldilocks zone, where life thrives. Imagine a star glowing soft in the dark, its warmth reaching out, not too fierce, not too faint, but just right. Around it spins a world, cradled in a band of space where water flows and air hums. A perfect fit for life. This is the story of the Goldilocks zone, a quiet ring of possibility, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a balance, a sweet spot circling every star. Too close and heat scorches the ground, boiling seas to vapor. Too far and cold locks the world in ice, still and silent. But in between lies the Goldilocks zone, not too hot, not too cold, where a planet can hold the breath of life. Our Earth rests here, basking in the sun's gentle glow, its rivers running, its forests whispering, a testament to this cosmic just right. What's enchanting is the hope it carries. Picture other stars, their own zones waiting, some cradling rocky worlds, others perhaps with moons of blue. Astronomers hunt these distant rings, peering at dimming lights, seeking shadows of planets that might mirror ours. Could they bloom with green, sing with winds, or pulse with something we'd call alive? The Goldilocks zone doesn't promise, it beckons, a thread of maybe weaving through the dark. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the warmth you know, owes itself to this delicate band, a cosmic cradle holding you close. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a hand brushing the stars. The Goldilocks zone doesn't shout, it hums, a lullaby of balance, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that zone, a ring of light around a distant sun, a world spinning just so, its waters glinting in the quiet. Picture yourself there, weightless, the air soft and sure. The Goldilocks zone doesn't rush, it glows, a cradle of life rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and warm, into a sleep where thriving worlds dream close. Number 38. The Tidal Lock. Why the moon never turns away. Imagine gazing at the moon, its familiar face glowing soft in the night, always the same, craters and shadows fixed like an old friend's smile. It hangs there, steady, never showing its back, as if tethered to your eyes. This is the story of the Tidal Lock, a quiet dance that binds the moon to us, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins long ago when the moon spun free, wild and fast, a young world circling ours. Earth's gravity reached out, tugging at its seas of molten rock, slowing its twirl with every pull. Over eons, the dance settled. The moon's spin matched its orbit, one side locked forever to face us. It's not still, it turns, but just enough to keep its gaze on Earth, a partner caught in step, showing us only its near side while the far side hides in shadow. What's mesmerizing is the bond. Picture the tides here, rising and falling under the moon's pull, while its own ancient tides, now stone, froze it in place. It's a balance, a give and take, where gravity weaves a thread between worlds. We see the same face night after night, a constant in the dark, while the other side, scarred and strange, waits unseen, a secret kept by the lock's gentle grip. Let that settle over you for a moment. The moon above, so close, so steady, is tied to you by this quiet force, a face that never turns away. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a hand held in the night. The tidal lock doesn't shift, it hums, a lullaby of connection, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that dance, Earth and moon swaying slow, gravity's pull a soft embrace, locking their gaze. Picture its face, familiar and still, watching over you as the night deepens. The tidal lock doesn't rush, it holds, a cradle of rhythm rocking the sky, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and sure, into a sleep where the moon's quiet watch glows close. Number 39. The gravity wave ripple, feeling the universe move. Imagine lying still, the night a soft hush around you when a shiver runs through the dark, not a sound but a tremble, a whisper from the cosmos brushing past. It's the echo of giants clashing far away, rippling the fabric of space itself. This is the story of the gravity wave ripple, a quiet pulse we can feel, a thread to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a dance of titans, two black holes or neutron stars spiraling close after eons apart. Their weight bends space, and as they merge, a shudder bursts free, waves of gravity racing outward, stretching and squeezing the universe in their wake. These ripples roll through stars, planets you too faint to see but real. Scientists catch them with mirrors and lasers, stretched a hair's breadth, proof the cosmos moves in ways we once only dreamed. What's mesmerizing is the reach. Picture it, a collision a billion years ago, its echo traveling light years to tap your world tonight. It warps space like a stone ripples water, a fleeting stretch that brushes everything, your breath, the moon, the dark between. It's not loud, it's a hum, a vibration tying us to the universe's grandest waltz, a reminder that even stillness quivers with life. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you rest in isn't fixed, it ripples, alive with the echoes of distant dramas. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a wave lapping at your dreams. The gravity wave ripple doesn't shout, it flows, a lullaby of motion weaving wonder through the silence. As you rest now, imagine that shiver, a faint pulse from the dark rolling through the stars, brushing you soft and sure. Picture the clash that sent it, a quiet ripple rocking the void, threading stillness into your mind. The gravity wave doesn't rush, it hums, a cradle of the universe's breath carrying you deeper. Let it drift with you, gentle and vast, into a sleep where the cosmos trembles close. Number 40. The Oort cloud, our solar system's hidden shell. Imagine drifting past the planets, beyond the sun's warm reach, where the dark grows deep and quiet. There, at the edge of all we know, a veil of ice and dust hangs, a ghostly shell wrapping our solar system in shadow. This is the story of the Oort cloud, a hidden cradle of ancient whispers, a secret to cradle as you ease into the night. It begins far out, a trillion miles from the sun, where its light is a faint glimmer. No one's seen it, not with eyes or glass, but we feel its presence. A vast, spherical swarm of comets, leftovers from the solar system's birth. Billions of icy wanderers drift there, slow and cold, caught in a delicate dance with gravity. A nudge from a passing star might send one tumbling inward, streaking past us as a comet's tail, a visitor from this unseen frontier. What's mesmerizing is the scale. Picture a bubble so wide it takes light years to cross, a shell that marks where our sun's hold fades into the galaxy's embrace. It's a nursery of frozen time holding scraps of the chaos that built the planets. Earth, Mars, you. Some say it stretches halfway to the next star, a quiet border between here and everywhere else, whispering of a beginning long past. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky you see is framed by this hidden cloud, a shell cradling the sun's domain in silence. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a hand tracing the dark. The Oort cloud doesn't glow, it waits, a lullaby of distance, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine drifting there, past the planets into the cold where icy specks float in the void. Picture the shell, faint and vast, a quiet watch over the night. The Oort cloud doesn't rush, it hums, a cradle of the unseen rocking the solar system, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and far, into a sleep where the hidden edge glows close. Number 41. The paradox of free will, are we truly in control? Imagine lying awake, the night soft around you, tracing the choices that brought you here, small turns, big leaps, all yours to make. Or were they? Beneath the quiet, a question hums. Do you steer your path or does the universe pull the strings? This is the story of the paradox of free will, a gentle tangle of thought to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with you deciding, tea or water, a word or silence, each moment a spark of will. Yet science whispers a shadow. Your brain hums before you choose, neurons firing, a dance set in motion by laws and chance. Picture the cosmos ticking like a clock, every tick born from the last, stretching back to a bang that wrote the script. If all is cause and effect, where's the room for you to nudge the wheel? And yet, you feel it, freedom, a breath of control as real as the stars. What's haunting is the clash. Philosophers wrestle in the dark. Some say you're free, a sculptor of your fate. Others see a chain, each link forged by what came before. Quantum flickers offer a maybe, random sparks that might loosen the grip, but even then, is chance the same as will? You act, you choose, but the paradox lingers, a mirror reflecting both puppet and master, a riddle with no edge. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the dreams ahead, feel like yours to shape, yet they hum with a deeper tune. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a river flowing beneath your hands. Are we truly in control? The paradox doesn't answer. It hums, a lullaby of wonder, threading stillness through your rest. As you rest now, imagine your choices, small ripples in a stream, free or guided, drifting through the dark. Picture the universe watching, its laws soft around you, a quiet stage for your steps. The paradox of free will doesn't rush. It glows, a cradle of questions rocking the night, weaving peace into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and deep, into a sleep where will and fate blur in dreams. Number 42. The heat death, the universe's quiet end. Imagine a night that stretches forever, the stars above winking out one by one, their glow fading into a soft, endless hush. The universe, once alive with fire and motion, slows to a whisper, a stillness that blankets all there is. This is the story of the heat death, a quiet finale waiting in the dark, a thought to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with the dance of energy, the push and pull that lights the cosmos. Stars burn, galaxies spin, but every flare, every spin scatters heat, spreading thin, wearing out. Entropy hums its tune, a law that says chaos grows, order fades. Eons from now, the fuel runs dry, stars dim, black holes evaporate, and the universe stretches cold and wide. No bang, no crash, just a slow drift into evenness, a sea of quiet where nothing stirs. What's haunting is the peace. Picture the sky emptying, not in fury but in calm. A vastness where warmth levels out, motion stills and time loses its grip. No new stars spark, no worlds bloom. The cosmos rests, a canvas smooth blank. Some say it's the end of ends, a silence so deep it echoes. Others see a sleep, a pause after the long song of existence. It's far off, trillions of years away, but its shadow brushes the now. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the stars you see, are fleeting notes in a melody winding down. It's a thought that feels both vast and soft, like a blanket settling over the dark. The heat death doesn't rush, it creeps, a lullaby of stillness, threading wonder through your rest. As you lie there now, imagine that end, a sky growing dim, a hush spreading wide, the universe exhaling its last. Picture it gentle, not cold, a quiet cradle rocking all that was. The heat death doesn't press, it hums, a whisper of closure weaving through the void, threading peace into your mind. Let it carry you, slow and vast, into a sleep where the silence glows close. Number 43. The Cosmic Calendar. All time in 1 year. Imagine shrinking the vast sweep of the universe into a single year, a calendar pinned to the night sky, ticking from dawn to dusk. Every second a story, every day an age, all folded into 12 months you can hold. This is the tale of the Cosmic Calendar, a quiet map of time, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins on January 1st with a spark, the Big Bang igniting at midnight, a burst that sets the clock. Days pass, weeks as the universe cools. Stars don't gleam until mid-February, galaxies weaving slow through spring. The sun blinks on in late August, a latecomer, its planets settling by September's end. Earth spins blue and alive, but life, simple, small, waits until December, a month for all we know. Dinosaurs roam on Christmas Eve, gone by Boxing Day, while humans flicker into being in the last minute of New Year's Eve. What's mesmerizing is the scale. Picture billions of years squeezed tight, 13.8 billion into 365 days. Each hour a sweep of eons, each second a million moments. The Milky Way forms in May, the moon crashes into Earth in September, and your life, your breath, fits in the final tick before midnight. It's a year where mountains rise in a day, stars die in an afternoon, and all you've seen is a heartbeat in the dark. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the stars above, are late pages in this cosmic book, a tale nearly told. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a clock winding soft through the silence. The cosmic calendar doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of ages, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that year, January's spark, December's bloom, the clock striking close to 12. Picture time folding, gentle and sure, the universe counting down to you. The cosmic calendar doesn't press, it flows, a cradle of all that was rocking the night, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, slow and deep, into a sleep where a year holds forever. Number 44. The Lagrange points, gravity's balancing act. Imagine floating in the dark, caught in a quiet dance between worlds, the Earth pulling one way, the sun another, yet you hang still, perfectly poised. These are the hidden spots where forces align, a cosmic tightrope in the sky. This is the story of the Lagrange points, gravity's gentle balance, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with the tug-of-war of orbits, where the sun's vast grip meets the Earth's steady hold. In this pull, 5 points emerge, Lagrange points, where gravity cancels just right. Picture a spacecraft resting at L1, hovering between us and the sun, or at L2 beyond the moon, gazing deep into the dark. L4 and L5 trail ahead and behind, stable like islands in a stream, gathering dust and dreams. Here, objects linger, caught in a stillness born of motion. What's mesmerizing is the harmony. These points aren't fixed by walls or chains, just balance, a sweet spot where pushes and pulls even out. Telescopes perch at L2 watching the universe unfold, satellites at L1 track the sun's breath. It's a dance of math and mass, a choreography of the cosmos, where even chaos finds a pause. They're invisible yet they hold a quiet act of grace in the vastness. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky you see hides these balance points, cradles of stillness threading the dark. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a hand steadying the stars. The Lagrange points don't shift, they hum, a lullaby of equilibrium weaving wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine drifting there, a spot where gravity holds you soft, the earth and sun in perfect step. Picture the stillness, gentle and sure, a balance rocking the void. The Lagrange points don't rush, they glow, a cradle of calm weaving through the night, threading peace into your mind. Let it carry you, light and steady, into a sleep where the cosmos balances close. Number 45. The Magnetar burst, stars that scream. Imagine a star in the dark, small but fierce, its silence hiding a power that could shake the night. Then, in a sudden flash, it cries out, a burst of energy tearing through the void, a voice from the cosmos. This is the story of the Magnetar burst, a quiet star that screams, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a neutron star born from a supernova's collapse, crushed tight into a spinning core. But some are stranger. Magnetars wrapped in magnetic fields 1,000,000,000 times stronger than Earth's. These fields twist and snap, a tension building beneath the surface until it breaks. When it does, a flare erupts, gamma rays, X-rays, a scream of light and force that can ripple space itself, outshining galaxies in a heartbeat before fading back to hush. What's mesmerizing is the contrast. Picture this tiny star, no wider than a city, spinning fast, its quiet hum masking a storm. One burst, caught from Earth in '79, lit the sky from thousands of light years away, a shout from the dark that drowned our detectors. It's rare, fleeting, a star's tantrum, a release of pent-up fury, yet it seeds the cosmos with echoes, hints of a power we're only starting to hear. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night sky you see holds these screamers, their silence a mask for sudden song. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a flare fading into peace. The Magnetar burst doesn't linger, it hums, a lullaby of wild light, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that burst, a star flaring bright, its cry washing over the dark, then softening to stillness. Picture its spin, steady and sure, a quiet watch after the scream. The Magnetar doesn't rush, it glows, a cradle of energy rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, gentle and fierce, into a sleep where the stars' voices echo close. Number 46. The white hole myth, the opposite of collapse. Imagine a shadow in the sky where darkness reigns, a black hole swallowing all that falls too close. Now picture its mirror, a glow that pushes out, a fountain in the void spilling light and matter instead of consuming it. This is the story of the white hole myth, a quiet dream of cosmic opposites, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a thought, a flip of the black hole's tail. Where gravity crushes down to a singularity, a white hole might burst from one, a point of infinite push where space and time reverse their dance. Nothing can enter, everything pours free, stars, gas, even time itself unwinding outward. Some say they're the other end of black holes, tunnels through the universe spitting out what was lost. Others call them echoes of the Big Bang, seeds of new beginnings fading fast. What's enchanting is the vision. Picture a radiant sphere, not pulling but giving, a beacon no shadow can dim. It's a myth, unproven, a whisper in equations with no footprints in the sky. Yet it hums with wonder, a cosmos balanced by opposites, collapse and bloom, dark and light. If they exist, they're fleeting, shining bright then gone, leaving the dark to settle once more. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you see might hide these glowing twins, their light a fleeting gift from the unseen. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a spark fading into peace. The white hole myth doesn't demand, it hums, a lullaby of reversal, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that glow, a point of light swelling soft, pouring stars into the dark, then drifting quiet. Picture it shimmering, gentle and sure, a mirror to the void's pull. The white hole doesn't rush, it flows, a cradle of myth rocking the night, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, light and vast, into a sleep where the opposite of collapse glows close. Number 47. The Planck scale, the smallest of all. Imagine shrinking down, past the dust, past the atoms, to a place so tiny it defies the mind, a speck where the universe whispers its smallest secret. It's not just small, it's the edge of smallness, a boundary where reality blurs. This is the story of the Planck scale, a quiet limit in the cosmos, a thought to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a measure, a line drawn by math, 10 to the minus 35 meters, a length so brief it's almost nothing. Named for Max Planck, it's where space and time fray, where the rules of gravity and quantum hums collide. Picture a world beneath the world, smaller than a proton, smaller than light's wave, where distance shrinks to a dot, time to a tick, and energy pulses in jagged bursts. It's the grain of the universe, the tiniest stitch in its weave. What's mesmerizing is the frontier. Down here the cosmos might loop or foam, space bending into shapes we can't see. Scientists dream of it as the floor. Nothing smaller makes sense, a limit where our tools and thoughts stumble. It's the seed of all things, a scale where black holes flicker and the Big Bang spark might hide. You're built from this, every breath a tower over this unseen deep. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you feel, the stars above, rest on this tiny base, a foundation too small to grasp. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a whisper brushing the dark. The Planck scale doesn't stretch, it hums, a lullaby of the minute, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that scale, shrinking soft and deep, a dot beneath the world, pulsing quiet in the dark. Picture it holding steady, gentle and sure, the smallest cradle of all there is. The Planck scale doesn't rush. It glows, a whisper of limits rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. Let it carry you, small and vast, into a sleep where the tiniest hums close. Number 48. The Great Attractor. What's pulling us in? Imagine drifting through the night, the stars above a steady glow, yet beneath their calm a pull hums, a force tugging our galaxy toward a shadow in the dark. It's not a star, not a hole, but something vast, unseen, calling us across the void. This is the story of the Great Attractor, a quiet pull in the cosmos, a whisper to cradle as you ease into the night. It begins with a drift, a motion astronomers caught in the sky's deep maps. The Milky Way, our sun, our Earth, we're moving not just with the universe's swell but towards something, a spot hundreds of millions of light years away. It's hidden behind the galaxy's dust, a pull stronger than chance, bending the paths of countless stars. They call it the Great Attractor, a mystery of mass. Maybe a cluster of galaxies, a knot of dark matter or something stranger luring us in. What's mesmerizing is the scale. Picture a river of gravity sweeping us along with neighbors near and far, Andromeda, Virgo, all caught in its flow. It's not fast, it's patient, a tide we feel in the cosmos' slow dance. We can't see it clear, the dust veiling its face, but its pull whispers through the dark, a hand guiding the night. What's out there drawing us close? The question hangs soft and vast. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the stars you see, are travelers too, tugged by this unseen call. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a current brushing your dreams. The Great Attractor doesn't rush, it hums, a lullaby of mystery, threading wonder through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that pull, a gentle drift through the dark, stars bending toward a shadow, a quiet force rocking the void. Picture yourself carried, light and sure, the cosmos flowing soft around you. The Great Attractor doesn't press, it glows, a cradle of the unknown weaving stillness into your mind. Let it drift with you, vast and gentle, into a sleep where the pull hums close. Number 49. The Holographic Universe, are we just shadows? Imagine lying beneath a sky that might not be as deep as it seems, the stars above a flicker on a vast screen, your world a shadow cast from somewhere else. It's not solid, not fixed, but a shimmer, a projection playing out in the dark. This is the story of the holographic universe, a quiet twist of reality, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with a strange thought, born from black holes and their edges. Scientists found a riddle. The information inside one, its mass, its spin, might not fill its depth but dance along its surface, a flat code spelling out the whole. Stretch that idea and the universe itself could be a hologram, every star, every breath, etched on a cosmic film, projected into the space we feel. You're here but you're also there, a shadow of a deeper truth. What's mesmerizing is the blur. Picture the night as a painting, not thick with layers but thin, a veil of light and motion spun from a boundary we can't see. The trees, the moon, your hands, all shadows cast by something flatter, vaster, humming beyond. It's not less real, it's different, a dance of illusion where depth is a trick, and the cosmos plays its story on a screen of space and time. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the stars you touch, might be echoes of a shadow's edge, a projection holding you close. It's a thought that feels both vast and calm, like a ripple on still water. Are we just shadows? The holographic universe doesn't answer. It hums, a lullaby of wonder, threading stillness through your rest. As you rest now, imagine that screen, a faint glow weaving the dark, stars and dreams flickering soft across it. Picture yourself as light, gentle and sure, a shadow cast in the night's quiet play. The holographic universe doesn't rush, it glows, a cradle of mystery rocking the void, weaving peace into your mind. Let it carry you, light and vast, into a sleep where shadows shine close. Number 50. The eternal question: why does anything exist? Imagine resting in a night so still it feels like a breath held, the stars above a quiet glow, the earth beneath a steady hum. Then a thought brushes past, not how, not when, but why this sky, this world, this you? This is the story of the eternal question, a gentle wonder that echoes through the dark, a whisper to cradle as you drift into the night. It begins with everything, the universe sprawling wide, stars burning, time ticking soft. Science traces it back to a bang, a spark, a swell of heat and light. But beyond the mechanics lies the riddle. Why is there something instead of nothing? Picture a void, pure and empty, no space, no time, no flicker. Then, somehow, a shift, a bloom, a cosmos spilling into being. It's not a question of cause but of existence itself, a thread no equation can pull. What's haunting is the depth. Every leaf, every star, every sigh you let go, why do they hum at all? Some dream of a reason, a will, a law, a chance spark in the dark. Others see it as a gift, unasked, unwrapped by wondering eyes. Philosophers sit with it, scientists shrug at it, yet it lingers, soft and vast, a mirror to all we are. Why does anything exist? The question doesn't press, it waits, a sigh from the edge of all things. Let that settle over you for a moment. The night you're in, the dreams ahead, rest on this mystery, a why that holds you gentle in its arms. It's a thought that feels both grand and calm, like a wave lapping at the unknown. The eternal question doesn't demand, it hums, a lullaby of wonder, threading peace through your rest. As you lie there now, imagine that why, a spark in the dark, a bloom without reason, the stars and you rising soft from nothing. Picture it drifting, light and sure, a question rocking the void, weaving stillness into your mind. The eternal doesn't rush, it glows, a cradle of all there is carrying you deeper. Let it drift with you, vast and quiet, into a sleep where the why whispers close. And so, we've wandered through the cosmic web, 50 glimpses into the why, the how, and the what of all there is. From the smallest spark to the farthest reach, these stories leave us with more questions than answers, a quiet lullaby of wonder. Rest now and let the universe dream on with you. Friend, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, it really helps others discover this content. Subscribe to the channel for more thought-provoking, mind-blowing content you can unwind and relax to. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching.